melanin dripping, sweet candy coated honey bar, good looking. The way how you moving, put me in a mood, I'm glad to see you. Your waistline on the baseline, so attractive, I wanna be a captive. I see a smile on your face now, so beautiful, I know you're original.
So come push back on me, I wanna see if you got good chemistry. And come wind up on me, don't hold back, y'all, just be free. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance to me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we still grooving. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance to me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving.
Come talk to me, girl. Classy and intelligent, are you run the world? I let me sit face to face. Know your feet detention, just had to mention. Your brown eyes, shining bright, so gorgeous and glowing like sunlight. Hear your voice, angelic high, so amazing, I wanna keep this going.
So come push back on me, I wanna see if you got good chemistry. Come wind up on me, don't hold back, y'all, just be free. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, y'all, you're sweet off. Dance for me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we still grooving. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, y'all, you're sweet off. Dance for me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving.
Hey, 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 girl, I wanna take you home with me.
And hey, 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 girl, show you good energy, yeah.
Hey, 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 girl, I wanna treat you right, you see, you see, you see.
Hey, 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 yeah, girl. So come wind back for me, I wanna see if we got good chemistry. And come wind up for me, don't hold back, y'all, just be free. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance for me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still moving. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance for me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still moving. I love how you dance and you have my attention. And dance for me, baby. Just keep it moving, cause we're still moving. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention. And dance for me, baby, step out, step out. Keep it moving, we're still moving. Aye. Cause we're still moving. Step out, step out. Hey.
Anybody ever told ya what a woman really is? If you ever get the moment, show them how much they give. You're a shoulder I can cry on, arms I can embrace. Is to hear my deepest thoughts, protect her night and day. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. You are amazing, cause you have given life. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. You are all amazing. I try to describe. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, yes, you are, you are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are, you are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are.
You have built the nations, a nurturer you are. You bless us with your wisdom, and you tended every scar. You have found me broken, you have shown me light. You ignited all my passions, and loved me through the night. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. You are all amazing, cause you have given life. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. You are all amazing. I try to describe. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
To be a woman is to be blessed with unparalleled intuition, to be powerful, power independent of place or position. To be a woman is to be a mother, giving birth to sons and daughters, ideas, institutions, and business ventures. To be a woman is to be the current inspiration, the future aspiration of a young lady, of a little girl.
You're a masterpiece of harmony, a melody of life. You're a gem, a diamond flower in spring, you're one of a kind. You're a masterpiece of harmony, a melody of life. You're an African queen flower in spring, you're one of a kind. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. So you are amazing. I try to describe. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. You are woman. You are woman. You are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. You are woman. You are woman. Hey. And when obstacles manifest as natural, you are born for this.
To be a woman is to be the heart of the system, to be the one who brings life into our world.
Never thought of falling in love again. No, never. But my heart's been stolen again. This time, hope it lasts forever. We'll go beyond, 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 beyond.
It's been a while now since love's been in this place. You see, many have tried, but no one could take your place, girl. Why you so beautiful? I see the future in your face, baby. Never in a million years I thought that you'd be mine, girl. That you'd be mine, girl. Never thought I would fall.
No, never. But my heart's been stolen again.
But my heart's been stolen.
That's forever.
We'll go. Ooh. when we KISSING. All I can say is OMG. My love in my life. You make all things right, baby. I trust you, girl, with my life. I don't want nobody but you. I'ma put my ring on you. Never thought I'd no, never. Ooh, baby. Again. This time, hope it lasts forever. We'll go beyond. We will go so far. Beyond. You always find what you're looking for, and you ain't looking for a thing. We ain't looking for a thing. Yeah, you'll always find what you're looking for, and you ain't looking for a thing. Never thought I no, never. Ooh, baby. Been stolen again. This time, hope it lasts forever. I hope, baby. I hope it lasts forever, girl. I hope it lasts forever, girl. Hey, 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 hey. We'll go, baby. We'll go, baby. Ooh, we'll go, baby. We will go so far, baby. I hope it lasts forever, baby.
Warning. What you are about to hear goes against traditional romantic counsel expressed by friends, family, and Instagram memes and quotes. Open-mindedness is advised.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, and welcome to another edition of The Senate. I am your host, Neil, and I'm always joined by my brother and your host, Derek.
Here.
And together we are here to talk the things on another live stream on this Senate Thursday. Now, Derek. That is right, sir. Yes, we are here. Austin is in the crank. Shout out. What a go on, Austin. How life treating you. Yeah, so Derek, we are here. How you doing, my brother? How is everything? What's going on? What's going on?
I hear, man. I can't complain. It's not too bad. You know, back in the physical plant and had a good couple of days to start the term. Still trying to readjust to the getting up a little earlier and, you know, negotiating traffic and all that to get to work early. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, man, I can't complain. It's been a fairly decent week so far. I'm still getting my workouts. So a little low on energy today, but still got through it, and hoping tomorrow be even better. So, what's going on with you, man? Talk to me. What's happening?
I am here. I am thankful. I am blessed. My week has been long. It has been exhausting, but it is not challenging, to say the least, or rather the challenges that are coming with it I am meeting. So just a very, very interesting week is what I can say from the things that I am learning on the stuff that I am doing. But other than that, man, I blessed. I happy. I can't complain. It's not very often you will hear me use the words I am happy. So starting to see a little bit of reward in this content creation and filmmaking thing. So I am grateful. Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, let's let the people know you were listening to some sweet sounds of the premier a cappella group called G Syndicate. They are the #1 a cappella group in the Western Hemisphere. I know some of you may want to come with other groups, but we're not going to mention their space because it's not their space. But to be honest, I really do believe in the guys G Syndicate, and I will let the lead and founder of G Syndicate tell you more about them, their group, what's going on with them. So Derek, tell me, as if I don't know anything about G Syndicate, educate me on the happenings.
G Syndicate, we are a vocal band, not just an ordinary a cappella group that you hear singing some doo-wop and stuff like that in the street light from back in the 60s. We don't really do that. We do Caribbean rhythms and stuff like that, and really make the music exciting. If you were able to catch a show before lockdown and all that, you would notice that, we get people to get up and dance and move, shake a leg and that kind of thing. So that's how we get down. Could be exciting stuff. I really try to blend the arrangements in terms of Caribbean rhythms with jazz harmony, and then sometimes like a little bit of R&B delivery depending on what the song is. Right? So we would cover from soca through the R&B that Boyz II Men would do. We would do that, and then we would do things like Hello by Kes, for example. So we really try to keep it interesting and let people have a good time when they come out to a live show. And speaking of live show, we're working on a virtual one right now, so hopefully we're looking to record that by next week, and then we get it to you for you to edit it up. And we can get it out to the public very, very soon. We also got an album that's supposed to come out very soon as well, and that was supposed to be on island by now, but you know how it goes in terms of the person bringing it in, COVID and all. Yes, trying to get another delay, but it's worth the wait. It's going to be good. Trust me on it. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. So yeah, that's what we do, man. G Syndicate, you can check us out, gsyndicate6.com. You can check us out. Facebook, let me not split Instagram yet, because that's a little different. So Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, G Syndicate 6 as well, with the number. And then on Instagram, it's a little different because on Instagram it is G Syndicate 6, but you got to spell out 6. So yeah, you can check us out on all those platforms.
All right, so that is G Syndicate. As Derek said, check them out. They're really, really good. I'm not just saying that because he's one of my oldest and closest friends, but he is really dedicated to this group, and he has always been dedicated to music, to arrange it and to understand it in ways that I'm not inclined to. So check out G Syndicate. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are listening to the Senate podcast. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Dislike, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything coming from us. We do content for you 5 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We do the Senate Shorts on Thursdays and Tuesdays and Thursdays at, for now, 9 p.m., but we're going to go back to 8 p.m. in a few weeks. This is only temporary. This is to accommodate my schedule, but we are here. We are talking the things in this man-woman dynamic, and again, we are speaking from the perspective of men. I don't think we are saying anything outlandish or misogynistic, but we are going to give you, as Derek has on the shirt, we're not going to dipsy doodle you, right? We ain't going to dipsy doodle you. So anyhow, now, as you know, every Tuesdays and Thursdays before the live stream, Derek goes on social media. Let me take a moment and say good night to everybody else I miss. I see Priya. I ain't see Priya in the chat for a long time. I know she's been watching. Cherish, Jennifer, Marlon, Denise, Kevin. Good night to all of you. Thanks for joining us, particularly at this late time. No, every Tuesdays and Thursdays before the live stream, Derek will post something on our social media platforms, particularly Facebook. You can check us out. The Senate Podcast. You can give us a like and a follow over there. He goes on our social media platforms and he would post the topic for the next live stream. This is no different. Derek would have shown you, he would have posted something called Baby Daddy. My Baby Daddy. Basically, my baby's daddy. Basically asking the question, should men still be allowed to see their children, have unfiltered access to their children, even though they're not with the mother? So, Derek, this one is going to be, I don't know, man. I think this one may be soft, but you never know. These things tend to have a way of surprising me. Good night, Steve. So, Derek, over to you, my brother. Lead us in sermon tonight.
You should know. You should know better than that, my brother. You should know that here in Senate, you don't kind of soft at all. You should know better than that, right? So tonight we can kick off the show with some screenshots from our girl celebrity.
Aye.
Yeah, we getting straight to the meat of the matter. I was saving these for a couple shorts, but then I was presented with this particular topic this morning. One of our contributors would have sent it in, and I felt like this was important to do, and I decided, you know what, let's go with it. So we're doing this topic, my baby daddy. So before we really get into the full meat of the matter, I would have sent you some screenshots there. These are two different situations.
Yeah, again, I'm here on screen now as we speak.
Right. So got one right here so you can see where we at. Because I tend to be a couple seconds behind.
Yeah. Just give me a few seconds as I get these sorted.
So yeah, folks, we are up to 296 subscribers. So hit that the subscriber button as you come in. Hit the notification bell as well. Give us a like. See, we only got 3 likes so far, so you can get the likes up for us. That would be fantastic. We certainly do not mind that at all. Right? And shout out to everybody in the chat so far. Yeah, and let me say a big respect to all of you who come and rock with us every night, right? And those of you who seek to get a greater understanding of how men process stuff. That means a lot. The fact that you're coming, actually, try to get something. If you're a woman, that is, females who come in and try to get something, we appreciate that. We really do. And those of you who engage us one-on-one outside the platform, we appreciate that as well. But let me show a big shout out to all the men who are going through stuff just to keep wading through the bullshit day in, day out with a smile on the face. That's what we do. That's how we keep it jiggy. So big respects to all the men who are doing that as well, just hearing the struggle and going through, you know what I mean? I had a discussion not too long ago. This was 9:10, so maybe about an hour ago, with a friend of ours recently lost his wife and stuff like that, and going through a little bit of a rough time, but keeping a smile on his face and going forward as if everything good, So shout out to all the men who going through it.
Yes, sir.
Going through it.
Yes, sir.
Winston Churchill. I love to quote Winston Churchill. He said, "If you're going through hell, keep going."
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, you ready for me? You ready for me, brother?
Yes, sir. We are on screen.
All right. So let's get these screenshots. This is going to be almost like a Senate short, but still not like a Senate short, right? So you ready?
Yeah. Barely.
Okay, she says, "Hey," he says, "What's up?" The girl's in white, the girl is in green, right? He says, "I need $200 to get your son some new clothes." He says, $200? I just gave you $300 this month. Where did that money go? She says, it went to bills. I had to pay the phone bill, lights, and make sure the car has gas. Why do I have to effing explain myself? Just give me the money.
Oh.
Show me the money. He says, the money I gave you is for our son, not your bills. Now you want $200 more. That will be $500. And we just started August. I don't have that right now. I can take my son shopping and get him clothes. He says, I don't have $200. I will just get him some clothes and drop them off to you tomorrow. She says, that's not going to work. I'm his mother and I can take him. I know you got the money. You're spending it on your new biatch and neglecting your son. It's cool though. Enjoy your time with her. I will be at the child support office Monday. I'm done asking shit.
Damn.
Says, wait, are you serious? I've been paying you $300 to $400 a month in cash for our son, and now you want to put me on child support? I didn't leave my son. I left you. Stop. She says, Monday.
Monday, man.
That's her little sauce. Bad man things. Monday. My guy says, when can I drop off the cash to you? I'll borrow it. Says, I'm home now. He says, on my way, yo, shaking my head. Yeah.
That's the end of that one, or there's
that's the end of that one. That's the end of that one.
And how are we doing this? We respond.
We got you want to respond to this? Let's respond to this. Sure.
Okay. So first things first, I want to say my problem with this is that I don't like the approach of either of these parents. First things first, the woman essentially biting at the man for money, and the man is like, but again, given the context of this, I obviously don't know how she's getting on or whatever, but he's like, $200, I give you $300 earlier, and I could, at least he makes some suggestion of going to buy the clothes and taking the son or whatever to make sure that he gets the clothes, right? This woman, though, I can tell you, I feel as though, brother man, you should have seen us writing on the wall. You lie down with an idiot. No, she doing idiot things. And I have a problem with it's very subjective there. She's taking the money, she's putting it to her gas, her light, her car bills, phone bills, whatever. One can kind of say that is in service, even if it's a small part to the child.
Yeah.
Sure. But I feel as though to threaten the man to put him in child support or on child support is something that I don't like. I don't believe in threatening anybody. I personally believe if I had a child with someone and the person does not want to look after that child in any small measure, then no problem. Me and my child ain't gonna starve. You understand what I mean?
Yep.
But yeah, I think that the fact that the mom made the suggestion to say, look, I ain't give you no money. I giving the child money. Let me pick up the child and go buy the clothes, or I can buy the clothes and bring it for the child. She don't want that. She want cash money, which tells me that she really don't want clothes. She or if she wants clothes, she wants to skimp on the clothes and pocket some of the money, which again is anyhow. Let me unless you have something to comment.
I don't. I reserve my comment for when I start the thing, right? So let me go into the next one.
Yes, sir. On screen. Yes, sir.
Right? She says, he says, the guy is in white this time, the girl's in green. He says, Gia, I know you see me calling, pick up. He says, what is it? It's late, Aaron. He asks, what time are you dropping the kids off to me tomorrow? They wanted to make sure Whitney was home. Hello, Gia. Come on now. She says, Aaron, they don't want to spend Thanksgiving with you.
Oh, this one.
Sorry. He says, what? Pick up the phone. No. Says it's late and I don't feel like arguing. They don't want to go. They don't like Whitney and I would be wrong to force them to go. Please just respect their wishes, Aaron. I'll call you tomorrow. He says, you must be crazy. Last year they spent Thanksgiving with you. This year it's me. They do like Whitney. I know you said something. They liked Whitney last week when she spent $500 on their winter clothes and shoes. Stop playing with me, Gia. She says, not playing, and technically it's my week. You will see them next week during your time. Good night, Aaron. He says, Gia, you told me in February I would get them for Thanksgiving. I started dating Whitney 6 months ago and you suddenly changed your mind. I'm begging you, please let me have my kids for Thanksgiving. Please, I centered it around them. No, You want to see them so bad, then you can come over here Thursday for a couple hours, take it or leave it. He says, I wanted them at my house. I had plans for them, Gia. Please don't do this. She says, take it or leave it, or you can see them next weekend on your time. He asks, when can I come over? She says, 4, because I'm dropping them off at my mom's house. He says, what? You're dropping them off with your mom and not me? This is BS, Gia. You foul as F. She says, I gotta work. You just messed it up. Don't come over here. We won't be there. Do not text me anymore. I will see you next Friday. Good effing night.
No, ladies and gentlemen.
You with me, my brother?
We did a short for the last one. I believe we did it, or I feel like we did it. There are so many shorts. Did we do?
Yeah, no, we didn't. This is.
We did it and then release it, or I can't remember what happened.
No, we didn't do it.
We didn't do it. Okay. I somehow felt that we talked about this though, but this one here is disgusting to me. I think the mother of this child is a terrible person. Why? Because she is essentially using the children as she's weaponized the children. Essentially, the man has made all plans to see his children and to set up Thanksgiving. Regardless of whose week it is, this is Thanksgiving. He is asking for them. They would have made some previous arrangement, but no, she's going back on it and using it to say that they don't like new girlfriend or what have you. Obviously seeing through the BS. She is essentially giving him ultimatums to see his children. And kudos to him. He is a real man, and I'm going to use that term because it's being used appropriately here. He is a real man because he understands it is important to see his children than not to see them, right? This is a terrible woman. This is a terrible, terrible woman. I'm not going to speak to her as a mother. I don't know her as a mother. But if this exchange is who or what she is portraying in this small segment, she's a terrible, terrible person. And I really do feel bad for men that find themselves in situations like this, where women feel as though they can use the children as a gun. Like you could essentially say, you know what, you want to see your children? Nah, you're gonna drop them on my mother to come and see them. So now you're restricting access to the child, to the children. You're restricting how, when, and where to see the children. And a time like Thanksgiving, where memories are gonna be built, and that's all about family, etc. Shoot, if you have played your cards right, you might still be able to come to the Thanksgiving celebrations and be a part of those memory building situations with their mother, but with the children and the other family members. But no. Anyhow, my brother, this is not my time. This is your time. This is the time you give the sermon, you give the word of the night, and I will join in to suit. So, but I just want to give my initial thoughts to that.
Yeah, that's fine. That ain't no problem.
That's no problem.
You know this. You know we do it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I wanted to share the two of those to kind of kick off tonight, right? Mm-hmm. So we've seen these screenshots. So let's get into the article that was the catalyst for tonight's show. Let's get into that. This article was carried by Nation News, and I don't know how many people would have seen it, and I don't know how many people would have seen it and actually cared, given the subject matter. But we here at the Senate, you know, we care, much like Mia, and as such, we are going to deal with it tonight. So let's get into the article. It's not a very long one, but let's get into the article. Right? Mm-hmm. You got me on screen yet?
You're on screen, yeah.
So activists, men used as cash points. Article by Trey Graves, right? So from right here in Barbados, as we see it. Founder of Fathers for Justice, Mark O'Connor, said too many dads around the world were reduced to cash points. Not just here in Barbados, around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Too many men are being used for their money and denied access to their children, says founder of Fathers for Justice, Matt O'Connor.
Mm-hmm.
He joined with local advocate Cammy Holder and urged more men who have been dealing with difficult custody battle arrangements to speak out. There's a false narrative that this is a fair world and men have all the rights and benefits when it's the opposite. In the United Kingdom, the outcomes are worse for men than they are for women. But Matt, we know how it really goes, Matt, in this space. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The benefits system supports single mothers, but it doesn't support fathers, and a lot of dads around the world have been reduced to the status of cash points and sperm banks. They're paying for children that you can't see. So I think we need to start a debate about this, not just in the United Kingdom, but the Caribbean as well, O'Connor said. The British activist, who is currently on vacation in Barbados, made those comments to the Daily Nation yesterday, urging political leaders to create more equality for fathers trying to contribute to their children's lives. Now, that is particularly significant, Yoy.
Mm-hmm.
That is particularly significant because here comes this guy from the UK saying this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what did he say, Neil? That, the system benefits women.
Mm-hmm.
And the ladies in our chat would say, that some of them at least would say that that's not necessarily true. But you know me, I am who I am.
That's right.
And I am a guy, I believe in receipts, Neil Hoyt.
Of course.
And I would have just sent you some more receipts.
Let me see.
So if you could download those receipts, that would be fantastic. I didn't expect to be dealing with this tonight. So let me just do a little bit of doctoring here so that
protect the innocent or the guilty.
Protect the innocent and the guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just a little bit of doctoring,
Mm-hmm.
Just redact the names a little bit. Those who want to do the digging for themselves to find out who said what, you can feel very free to do that, but it cannot be said that the Senate podcast put anybody on blast.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I'm coming at you again. We on screen, Neil?
Let me get this article here. Yes, the article. Well, yeah,
the headline, right?
Yeah.
The headline. Humphrey contemplates transforming facility to assist single mothers.
Mm-hmm.
This is an article from Barbados Today, and I had grabbed it last week, I think, sometime. It says, if Minister of People Empowerment and Elder Affairs Kirk Humphrey had his way, the old Sterling Children's Home in St. Philip would be transformed into a facility to house single mothers who fall on hard times and are unable to find suitable living until they are able to do so.
Mm-hmm.
He shared his thoughts on Wednesday as he shed more light on plans to amalgamate the departments providing social services in Barbados. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we look at some of the comments. Somebody asks, quite nicely, what about single fathers? There are some good ones out there. Yeah. Somebody corrects it and says single mothers and single fathers that fall on hard times would sound much better. Somebody says encourage young ladies to get a sound education and skills before becoming mothers so they can help themselves and their children, least with the necessities in life. Do not enable them.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody says sounds good as long as certain rules are established and adhered to.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how it goes in these streets, Neil. Everything is not always as logical or fair and unbiased as that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we have some comments that are, just pandering.
Oh, there. There are
just pandering. And
in the stratosphere.
Just give me a second and I'm going to share some of those comments.
I hear waiting for the other shoe to draw angle, like, because this, I read those comments there, and I was like, yeah, boy, this
it's so fair and balanced, right?
Yep, sound like Louis Armstrong singing. I see trees of green.
Yeah, I know, right? So let's get into the other ones because we had a couple others. Again, it wasn't expecting to do this topic tonight, but we got some others, right?
Okay, so let me download this one here. No, and I'm going to put this on the screen.
Ladies and gents, you're watching the Senate podcast here on YouTube. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you like the work we do. Yeah, Neil and I consider this work, but it's work we love. Every day we say, the day we make $1 from this, we'll be stealing.
Jeez, robbery.
Yeah, we truly love preparing this stuff for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we on screen?
Yes, sir.
That on screen because these comments again were fantastic. I see Michael Seeley in the house. That's my guy. Big up, Mike. Somebody says, love this idea. Yes, Minister Kurt Humphrey, a true visionary. Hope it comes to fruition. Somebody says, single fathers matter too. Somebody says, period. With enough D's, now we are talking. A great idea. Clearly, he understands the issues.
He does. He does.
Or he understands voters and how to get them.
I was just about to say,
Somebody says, applauds. Sorry it took this long.
Right.
And then somebody says, wonderful idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As I told you, you didn't expect that it would be, as balanced as it was in the first set of people. And we are not done, Neil.
I know the shoe ain't dropped yet.
We are not done. I bring them for you.
Mm-hmm.
So we got one more set of oh dear, no, we don't have one more set. We got two more, but you can put that one on screen. And this was I had to save the best for last.
Save the best for last. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Senate podcast. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you just don't miss anything coming on the pipeline. And also take a moment to just give us a like or a dislike. Like right now, I mean, the numbers ain't adding up to us. Give us a like as Derek peels it back layer by layer and we get to the bottom of certain things here. Yes, my brother. So you want that next graphic on screen?
Yeah, man.
There it is. Wrong Wrigley.
Somebody says, I would support this 100. It's a necessity. Sorry. Somebody says, good idea, and do something for the elderly that still want to live by themselves, try getting from some to warm bathroom. What? Try getting some warm bedroom units for them who can pay. Will pay. There is some elderly people who is very
child. Somebody was saying education. That was
who is very independent. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Good idea to help single mothers. It would be even better in this age of professed gender equality to look out for all single parents.
I love that. Single parents.
I love that one.
Mm-hmm.
If when I follow other ideas from over and away, why not follow this model to help them?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody says, yes, great idea.
So far, so good. Sexy. But however,
then we have this one at the end. This guy, he probably watches our show based on this response. Probably watches our show. We on screen?
Yeah, you there, brother. You there.
Yeah. I guess men have to fend for themselves. It seems like equality is only an issue when the focus is on women. Why not bring both genders along together? Single fathers need assistance too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right? So that is where we are tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody see the screenshots, text receipts, all that. And it's from Nation News. We see it here in Barbados today. There's this trend in the US. The guys talking about celebrities dealing with the US. The guys from the UK. And we know situations right here in Barbados where these things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Guys pay, they don't get the help, they don't see the children, that kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there are several men here in the People's Republic of Barbados, as I like to call it,
Right.
who are in very similar position.
Right.
So let's address a couple of things we saw in the screenshots, right?
Right.
Now, the very nature of our sexual interactions as human beings seems to be very transient, right? Very flippant, very carefree, very cavalier.
Mm-hmm.
You often get into short-term relationships and then end up with very long-term consequences.
Consequences, facts.
Right? And this is not only the case here in Barbados, but we were seeing it, throughout the region and across the world. Very often we engage in sexual relationship with someone with whom we have no intention of being with long term. And that's fine. But the reality is sexual irresponsibility leads to those very real long-term consequences that I was talking about just now, right? Those long-term consequences can be, are but not limited to, what is it say? Include but are not limited.
Yes.
Limited
They
to,
include but are not limited
are
to.
not
Yeah.
limited to.
Yes.
Children, STIs, right? Which means that now you are tethered to someone for the foreseeable future, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to know, deal with them and everything that comes with them, the people in the orbit, family, friends, and all the idiosyncrasies that person has, and all the idiosyncrasies that their people in their orbit have,
Mm-hmm.
right? And very often in this space, right, it seems as if I am coming at the women hard, and people often ask us, Neil, to provide some balance, right?
That is always
You and
critical.
you and I understand that we are already the balance.
We are the
in this
balance.
space,
That's right.
given what we see in mainstream media and stuff like that, right? And what we see swirling around. So, but tonight gonna be a little different. Because tonight I want to address the men first, right? Don't worry, ladies, I can get to you. But I can address the men first. Ladies, you are not absolved of any accountability in this. So let me address the men first, right? Now, ladies, if you're watching, don't sit down there and enjoy me roasting the men. And then when they come to roast you, you turn off, your men are gone. Don't do that. Stop and take your roasting like a woman. Good. So let me deal with the men. We men, at the crux of all of this, right? We men need to be more sexually responsible. Right? But that's the crux of the whole thing, We need to be more sexually responsible.
But
Very often, we as men, we want some casual sex and nothing more, but because a man was irresponsible, it has to deal with the long-term effects, the long-term issues.
mm-hmm.
He may not have wanted a child, but he decided to man up and take care of the child that was produced because of his irresponsibility. But this is the problem. Right? This is the problem, folks. Because he did not choose correctly to start, he is now in a problematic situation. Can't see the child. Got to deal with the hostile women. Got to deal with manipulative women that can't eat the cleaners, right? When we look at the screenshots just now, we saw at the top of the show, very top of the show, we saw it's clear to me that the men in the first two situations did not choose women with whom they were going to have a child properly. More than likely, they got caught up with the fact that if she looked good or she got a nice ass or something like that, and that's all that really mattered at the time, and they went with it, and this is it now, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we look at PJ Washington in the US, PJ Washington. Everybody remember we talked about PJ last year on the live stream, and his situation with Brittany Renner. It becomes clear, gentlemen, that discipline is extremely important.
But
fellas, I know. I know when I love some raw sex. Shoot, raw is law. Yeah, team raw. Let me get my man here. So I can't remember his name, but let me get my man and play my man here. So because I just find him so entertaining. And he fits here in this particular situation. I haven't done this Well, so let me get my mind here, so. Yeah, let me get my mind again.
Oh no, for course. Check your boy Aston. Yeah, boy. Jurgen says hashtag Jurgen says wallets.
Yeah, Jurgens for the jerking. I know you when we love some, we like to feed the skin. And ladies don't front, you know you like it too. As a matter of fact, I would pause it. I would pause it here. And the women probably like it more than the men.
Factual.
Yeah.
Factual. That's right, Kevin. Raw wriggling.
Yeah. And the ladies will tell you, fellas, when things get hot and heavy, the ladies will tell you they want to feed the skin. Sometimes you would say, man, let me just ease in the tape. Like my Archer. I don't know who is watch Archer, but you would get it. Right? Just the tape. Every man here has had a just the tip moment. Right? Put some ones in the chat if you have.
Shit, let me.
Yeah. But gentlemen, I want to say it to you tonight. You might say, let me put in the tip. Ladies, you might want to feel the whole thing. As maybe might tell you wrong wriggling, right? But gentlemen, if I want to say it to you tonight, if you have no intentions with being with this woman long term, for whatever reason, right? You may not think she may be a suitable candidate to be the mother of your child. You might not think she got a bad attitude or whatever. You need to leave that woman where she is. And if you can't do that, you need to wear a condom. Right? Men's options for birth control are limited. And as such, you need to use all of them in order to prevent these kinds of Brittany Renner type situations. Right? Unfortunately, gentlemen, most of us do not have PJ Washington money. And as such, we need to protect ourselves at every turn from being fleeced in child support court and being taken advantage of, like the two men in the text receipt situations at the top of the show. Now we got a video as well.
Yes, sir.
Before we get into the ladies, let me share that video with you, Neil.
This is a video that you would have sent me not too long ago, right? Or there's another one?
Got another one here that I can send you. Because this was a whole thing on what I called baby mama drama. So let me send this video to you now because I found this video particularly interesting.
Content never ever is lacking. Content of bones.
So I'm sending it to you, Neil, now. And those of you who are watching while we send that, please remember, hit the like button on the way in, hit the subscribe button on the way in, hit the notification bell on the way in. Like, share, comment, subscribe, join in the chat room, have a chat with some people in there. Let me get it back and forth going, right? So now you got that video. Right?
Yeah, wait, just give me a second. I go wait for it to download.
No problem.
And there we have it. No, let me put it on screen.
Now I would have gotten this video from my guy O'Shea Duke Jackson, right? He did a commentary on this. And I found it particularly interesting. And because I am who I am, I had a good laugh at it. No shame in my game. So we're gonna take a watch of this video, have a look at it. If we can come back and I can share my views on what we see transpiring, right?
I may go put this to fill the whole screen. I didn't expect it to be fit to screen. Yeah. All right, and we going.
So I had a fight with my boyfriend, and I went in Dollar Tree to make a I'm sorry basket. And as I was approaching the line, y'all, the man who got me pregnant from our couple of counters when we were just supposed to be like friends, and he abandoned me once he found out I was pregnant. Y'all, I just saw him in Dollar Tree and we locked eyes and he knew it was me and he never tried to make no more contact. He barely wanted to talk. The man at the register asked him how was his Halloween, and I had to hear that man say that he took his kids trick-or-treating, but he didn't acknowledge my child.
That is rough. Woo. that was rough. There are some terrible men out there. Let us not forget. You know, oftentimes I can just feel it because there is usually a couple seconds behind, so I can just feel the air. But really and truly, I know we's getting women a lot here, and as we say, we are the counterbalance, we are the counterweight to this whole man woman thing, and men like this have been talked about, and we have to reiterate in this space: men like that are not necessarily men, right? If you are having unprotected sex, or you even had protected sex with a woman, and you know full well what the consequences of that are, you're an adult. If you know she gets pregnant, if you don't want to have a child, you say that up front, that this is a fun thing, I ain't really about no children, whatever. However, if a child comes and she wants to keep it, then you should take care of your responsibilities. Take care of the fruits of your actions, good, bad, and indifferent. You understand? Because that is a heartbreaking thing to go through. And that's a heartbreaking thing to watch and to listen to, because let's be honest, you understand? That woman is raising her child but on her own, and there's no father figure in her life. Not the father figure. She may have daddy presence. She doesn't have a daddy presence in that child's life. Right? So that means that child is gonna grow up and potentially have some trauma, perpetuate certain cycles, stereotypes, stigmas, everything like that. So men, I think it is incumbent upon us to understand that if we have sex and something comes from it, good, bad, or indifferent, we have to deal with it in a healthy, legal, responsible manner. Sorry about that, Derek, but
that's fine. That's fine. That is no problem. So yeah, I see the guys in the chat. I see even Ashton is saying, "Cha." Manning says, "Ouch, that hurt." So let me introduce the Cajun heart that is mine. And yeah, let me continue. Now, the lady in the video, right, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, she's lamenting the fact that.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, my fault. Go ahead.
Yeah, the lady in the video, she's lamenting the fact that the father of her child did not even acknowledge her at the supermarket. But by her own admission, folks, she and said gentleman had a few casual encounters as friends.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't acknowledge her. He clearly does not acknowledge the child. That is unfortunate. And the nail in the coffin for this lady is that he acknowledges his other children.
Mm-hmm.
And that he puts in effort into spending time with those children. Make no mistake about it, folks. It is reprehensible that he should get this woman pregnant, then roll on like if nothing happened, right? And then to get even a step further, don't even acknowledge the woman, nor she child, right? But I say that to say this: women, you too need to be more sexually responsible. Because at the end of the day, you are the person who is going to have to deal with the baby. A lot of times a man can walk in and say, it wasn't me. Mm-hmm. And then you go through the process of trying to prove it.
Mm-hmm.
After a particular set of time, you can't deny that you're pregnant.
Even
you can be as small as whoever. You just like a lizard that swallow a plum seed.
Mm-hmm.
You will show. So it is on you, ladies, to accept some responsibility and accountability for your sexual actions as well, right? Unlike men, women have several options when it comes to child birth control. There are no children born in 2022. Well, shoot, there are no children born in the last, or knows however many decades that are not born that the mothers didn't want them to be born, right? So, ladies, if you don't wish to become pregnant, you need to exercise your options in terms of birth control. Do not get pregnant for a man after a few casual encounters, as this lady says, and then come to social media crying that the man does not take on you nor your child. Again, let me say it because the people was clip men say they men, saying this and saying that. What he did in terms of getting the woman pregnant and then bouncing to hear her tell it is reprehensible. We don't encourage that. Yeah, we don't encourage that. And then to not even acknowledge the woman, them is dog things, right? Them is dog things. So we just call a thing, right? But she is not absolved of responsibility either. We need to make that clear. Therefore, ladies, it is critical that you choose your sexual partners, and more importantly, the fathers of your children carefully. Understand, ladies, that children will not fix a relationship and it will not keep a man.
Mm-mm.
When we saw the screenshots at the top of the show, those women tried to control the men through the children. As Neil said, they weaponized the children to manipulate those men into situations where they then had the upper hand. Right? The second situation, the lady actually got the guy to come over. No? That's what she wanted him to do, to come to the house. But please note, right? Even though, as Neil said, they kind of weaponize the children, only thing missing was some bullets. The men had already moved on. Both men had already moved on. And they remained gone. They ain't coming back. And based on how those women were moving, you can see why. Right? So understand, sexual responsibility for both men and women. Right? Ladies, if you go and I don't want to make a mistake, because in these times, again, you get pregnant, there are several ways to deal with things before you even give birth. Let me put it that way, right? So you got options. So don't bring a child to term, bring it into the world, and then walk out and say the man is a dog, blah, blah, blah. Right? And gentlemen, please do not just walk around sowing your wild oats without thinking about your future. Yeah? Without thinking about your future. Because now you're going to be wrapped up in all kinds of legal drama, emotional damage, all kind of thing, because you don't want to feel the skin to skin. You know what I mean? So you got to think about it. Think about it real serious. And ladies, you caught up in all kind of drama trying to get a man to deal with you and your child and blah, blah, blah. We had a situation last year where a young lady decided to restrict the airflow of a 1-year-old child. That's the most diplomatic way you could put it. Without breaking any of YouTube guidelines.
Mm-hmm.
He decided to restrict the airflow of a 1-year-old child. Why? Because she wanted the attention of the father of that child. Yeah? Choose carefully up front, folks. And then we won't have to be going through these kind of problems and these kind of crazy situations. Because this is the space it is, let me say here that people found all kind of equivocation and excuses for the young lady's behavior.
Mm-hmm.
How they said that she needed counseling and treatment and therapy and all kind of thing, right? We must note that if that was a man, people would be asking for him to be put under the jail. And since we've gone to the man-woman dynamic and the inequalities in man-woman, if you have a relationship and it brings forth a child, it produces a child. Ladies, if your man's left you, but he's still dealing with his children, allow the man to deal with his children.
Let the man be a father. Let the man be a daddy.
Yeah. You can't be mother and father. Allow the man to deal with his children. And guess what? If you have chosen poorly and he doesn't want to deal with his children, but don't St. Matthias, I might pass and wave at you in the morning when I see you, or maybe to or from work. You don't stigmatize and sort it out the legal way. But in terms of you don't want your man see children and nah, that ain't on. That ain't cool. Right? Deal with it the right way. But again, some responsibility, some accountability, some owning up to your actions, some better choices in the beginning will cut out a lot of this confusion. And lastly, because this is this space, again, Neil, we got to disseminate some advice to the gentlemen. Gentlemen, the lady in the video said she was at the supermarket with whom? Her current boyfriend. She was at the supermarket with her current, saw the father of her child, and she had a meltdown. Little man was 2. I did some digging.
Hey, look, yo, come on, people. Now.
It is some investigative journalism.
Their head is today's equivalent of Geraldo. Jesus, this man is that's incredible, Derek. I really do respect that.
Little man is 2 years old. I said that 2 or 3 years.
Not me.
She is, on minimum wage-ish kind of thing. Again, don't ask how you know these things. Even I did some digging, right? And yeah. But she has a current boyfriend. She sees a man that fathered her child, that has never acknowledged her, right? To hear her tell it. Since the birth of the child, he hasn't acknowledged her. But she has a meltdown in the supermarket. Release a whole TikTok video. If you were her current boyfriend, what would you do? Because he in the supermarket with you, in the trenches, trying to feed you and your child. Because again, as I just said, she on minimum wage. Yeah? You're on minimum wage. Showing people how to make money, how to get unemployment even though you still got a job. Right? She was explaining the process to people about how to get an unemployment check even though you have a job. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So her boyfriend is in the supermarket, probably buying groceries for her and her son that is not his. She sees the man that she was dealing with casually and raw, and all of a sudden she has a meltdown. Fellas, a word to the wise is sufficient. And when you see these kind of situations where the women got soul ties to these kind of men, leave them where they are. Leave them where they are. And this is why in this space, in the manosphere, right? Well, this is me and you in this manosphere here in the Caribbean, but in the US, the men in the manosphere preach very strongly about not picking up single mothers. It is a bad deal. We had that discussion here in this space a couple months ago. It's a bad deal, and this is why. Because that father, that boyfriend, he is doing all the buying and purchasing or whatever, supporting the household. She breaking down crying over another man, another man that ain't taking all she nor the child. So you get all the expense, all the responsibility, not as many of the rewards. Gentlemen, a word to the wise is sufficient. Over to you, brother.
Yeah, what I would say to that is, that's one of the very ticklish situations in that obviously she still does have a soul tie, or it may be a situation where she is thinking of the struggle having a child that doesn't have a father, and she is seeing the struggles of
all right. I see.
Hey man. Let's try to cover our bases, man. Anyhow, neither here nor there. It's not important. She is not the story, because the story is my baby daddy. No, ladies and gentlemen, again, we implore you to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit your notification bell. You hit the dislike button too. Keep commenting, share. Let's build this community and get this stuff going. No. Now that we have done the housekeeping, I think that in this man woman thing, in this baby daddy thing, I think that we've said it in this space many times. It is simple for us to do many things that are not as in say you giving out lifeline.
So say
Let her drown with grace. This we live in a time where certain things that should be difficult, should be a process, should be filled with discernment. It's simple. So for example, what is that? Whoa. There, you're getting some feedback from your mic. It's a horrible feedback from your mic. Yeah, it just went away. Right. So
okay.
Yeah. So as I was saying, we live in a time where certain things that should be a process, should be some discernment. We live in a time where those things are simple. Having children, marriage, divorce, etc., etc. Now, when we think about bringing a life, sorry, not when we think about bringing a life, but we take bringing a life into this world very lightly. I have dated women before that, shoot, you're kind of on the fence on if you like to marry this woman or if you want to have children with this woman. I ain't gonna lie, like, you know, you're an adult, you have needs, you have urges, you have casual relations, right? No, we're not telling you not to have casual relations, you know, just be responsible. And there have been times where in these casual relations, obviously I am strapped. I got the condom tie at the top. Like I'm making sure I'm making sure everything good, right? And you know, I remember one time a lady was saying, you know, she liked the feeling of the no condom thing, you know?
Right.
And I was like, I like it. And I was like, I like it too. I don't like you. However, I don't want to find myself in a situation where I am not like, and you know, I think men know. I think, you know, you brought it to the point that we do things, you know, for the conky, for, you know, the woman look good, behind out, breast out, got a nice figure, she's cute, soft on the eyes, she looks like she would be a good time. However, I think this further solidifies the point that we make here all the time, is that sex, while it is important, it should never be the priority, right? I have kind of trained myself to be at the point now that if I see a young woman that look good, she look good. But I have no reason to approach that woman, nor do I have any reason for that woman to want to, you know, like, if she has the opportunity to talk to me, because at the end of the day, certain things are not worth it. You know what I mean? Like, yes, sex cannot be a problem to get in these times, but you said discipline, and for me, I call it pussy protection. You got to kind of know how, when, and where to do certain things. If you can be an adult and do adult things, make sure you protect yourself as best as you can. Now, I know people can talk about the small minority where people get pregnant when they're on birth control. Like, of course, these things are man-made. They're not 100% foolproof. Those things happen, but those are not the norm. The norm is that people do stuff and try to deal with the consequences in the end. We've had several examples here that are presented where these men are going through hell now for women that I am sure if they had taken the time or not avoided red flags, would have known that these women are not women that they should have impregnated. Right? Mm-hmm. To the lady at the end, it is heartbreaking to hear. I don't really like hearing people cry, especially when it's one of them guttural cries, is one of them, you know. I remember you. I remember it.
That was the funniest part of it for me. You know?
Right? But, well, I understand why you find it funny, because why you putting it up on social media? I mean,
not only that, there's a situation that she put herself in.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't have, sorry to say, I don't have much sympathy for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think I
feel it important to say it, O'Neal. I'm not saying that what the man did is right. I'm not saying that at all. a matter of fact, let me say explicitly that what he did is reprehensible.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who heinous, for those who can't understand big words, it was just dog things.
Bear jump.
Right? That he do that's bear shake.
Right.
Right. For the people that can't understand the big words that you know call. Them is dog things. But she gotta be responsible.
She laid down with the mind. She
with
could
the choices she makes.
She could have done several different things to not find herself in this position. I know a lot of women can come and say, oh, but y'all don't know what it's like. You know, when you carrying a life, it's very hard to, when you find out that you are pregnant, it's hard to want to end that life, because if you, we say it here all the time, if you make a decision, good or bad, you gotta live with it. You gotta deal with the consequences, good and bad. Yeah. If you chose to keep the child, it's not that we are saying that you should have terminated anything. You kept the child.
Yeah, but there's steps before you get to deletion. There's steps before that. We got condom. We got birth control pill. We got
plan B's.
IUD. Plan B's. We got a whole set. You know what I mean? So don't let me get to that point and then they say, oh, woe is me, and expect somebody to, be Kadir. Nah, that doesn't. And here's the thing. Again, she was, doing the whole minimum wage situation, and you can think crying. You know what I mean? I get that is what it is, but I
can't help you.
I ain't got much faith.
Yeah, man. Make better decisions is, I think, the best thing to say and do. But that is not really the reason why we are talking tonight. We're talking about access. Now, women know full well, and we say all the time, men are physical, women are emotional, right? Meaning that when a man does something that he shouldn't be doing, when he's angry and he wants to lash out, he does that in a physical manner. When a woman does that, she does it in an emotional manner. No, Darren and I had a very interesting conversation today. Now that we talk about that, where we were talking about, the quickest thing they like to say is that men always are unfaithful or men are always abusing physically. And women are verbally and emotionally abusive. Now, here's the thing. You can show scars. You can show infidelity. And that emotional pain is some serious emotional damage. However, when we talk about something as subjective as verbal abuse, we talk about something as subjective as emotional abuse. You can't really gauge that. I can't walk in and say, I can't walk up to Derek and Derek say, boy, you, what happened there? I see some scars. You know what I mean? Child boy, I see you woman out with another man. You can't. You have to give your side of the story. You have to present evidence as to what has happened in emotional verbal abuse, right? Shoot, look at Johnny Depp and Amber. Is Amber Heard? That's her name?
Yeah, Amber Heard. Yeah.
Right. Look at that situation. My man had to record conversations with him to get out of trouble, and he still has lost his career, right? So we understand that women attack people emotionally, and to me, there are very few things worse than using a child to get back at someone emotionally. Sadly, I know many men that this has happened to. I know many men that currently go through verbal and emotional abuse, and it's one of those things where it cannot be right. You and this man had a child. Whether y'all planned this child, whether y'all have planned a life together, whether y'all did not, when it was just about getting it in, getting it on, and going back to wherever y'all come from, the point is there is no another life, a third party that you are responsible for raising. Derek spoke about it. Men could get up and walk away. Not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong. As a matter of fact, we believe it's wrong. However, a man could get up and left and leave the woman to be responsible wholly and solely for the situation. You understand? From as early as pregnancy. So let us make better choices. Let us understand that we can't just go about doing certain things, and stop using these children as these are lives. These are people. And your focus is to rear a person that is better than you. That's my plan for my son, you know. I want him to be a better man than I ever could be. I want him to be a better learned person. I want him to speak better. I want him to shoot, if he picks up a sport, be better than me, be more disciplined. If he, you know, follow his dream at an early age. And I want my son to be afforded certain opportunities and certain information that I did not have at that age. You should want better for your child. Now, if the man decide he don't want to be about it, that sucks. He's a dog, but you got to pick up and you have to make the best of a bad situation, right? If you know that this man ain't a man that you want to walk down the aisle with, if you know that there's a man that you know, shoot, forget walk down the aisle, because that's easier to get rid of. A child, always ask yourself, and I do it. It's a child, boy. Someone got a little action for me. But then you ask yourself, all right, you know what's the result of this? One of the results is child. Can I deal with a child with this woman? Do I know this woman well enough, or do I like what I see well enough that this woman could be a child, a mother to my child? If the answer is no, then I will never know what the concrete feels like unrestricted. So make better decisions. And don't use your children, man. Don't use your children. If your ex-man, if your child's father is doing his best to see his children, spend time with the children, and giving you money for the children, and it ain't no angst, no rank, it ain't no you chasing the man for money. The man, whenever he got money, he's put money in your hand. Whenever he got $2, he's give you one. Because he knows that part of his responsibility is dealing with the child. You understand what I mean? No, me personally, I have no problem in ensuring that the mother of my child is essentially taken care of from the standpoint of making sure, like, for example, the lights on in the house or the rent is paid or anything like that. If she needs help in those things, I will help. Because at the end of the day, if she don't have a place to live, my son ain't got a place to live. And I would be an absolute dog for my son to come and live with me, his mother out on the street. You know what I mean? Or living in a house that ain't got legs. Find a way to make it work. You have to do the best for your child or your children. Women, let the man see his child or children. Let him be a father. Shoot, not even a father. Let him be a daddy to his children. Because to me, I think there's a distinction between father and daddy. Anybody could be a father, but you know, it takes a special discipline to be a daddy. If the man trying to be a daddy, let the man be a daddy. Yeah, because at the end of the day, your child will suffer if you do not. When your child grow up and he doesn't understand what it's like to have masculine energy, whether it's man or woman,
maladjusted
adult. The woman does not understand masculine energy. A boy does not understand masculine energy. Then the whole thing topsy-turvy, and they're perpetuating certain stereotypes. Right? I don't want to get into the extremes, so I can leave that at that. But let him be a daddy to your. Let him man see the child. Let him man buy things for your child. Let him man have a Thanksgiving. Yeah, it can hurt that another woman in it, another woman taking pictures. It ain't pleasant. We men is gonna go through it. You know what I mean? But there's a certain level of understanding. To me, there's nothing wrong in having the conversation. Look, I don't mind you seeing other people, but I would appreciate the courtesy of at least understanding who this man is or this woman that you bring around my child. If you want to do what you want to do what you want to do, but you bring this person around my child, I kind of go and meet them and have a conversation with them.
Yeah.
Right? And this is not to go to extremes. You simply just don't want certain people or certain attitudes or certain things around your child. Your child observes a myriad of things that you don't even or can't be aware of. So while you may think the person is, oh, this person is a nice person, the person may be a smoker. You want your child to see smoking and pick up that habit later on in life. You know somebody saying, like, you want the best for your child. So you don't want a person that, for example, cursing every 2 minutes. You might not be cursing at your child, but when the child come around me now and got some colorful words to say, like,
all right,
we're getting on
where
here.
you get that from?
We're getting this from, right? So I appreciate that courtesy. And I would afford the courtesy to my child's mother if like, you know, you're dating somebody and they come around your child. But in the end, we do these things. Things are too loosey goosey now, right? We having children out of wedlock. Shoot, we having children out of relationships. Not even wedlock. We having children out of relationships. Child come and we know friggin' know what to do. Some men just walk away, which again is reprehensible. And then some women using the child to keep the man there, to keep the man back. Using, I don't want you with another woman. I want your child there. I want the man there. And what ends up happening? You end up making it very difficult for the man. Shoot, the man might say, you know what, you're making it too difficult for me to see my child. So why bother? I don't need the stress. Because that is a level of stress.
It's very real.
Yeah.
It's very real.
So
very real. I think probably the problem today, we have a very, as you say, things are loosey goosey. You say we get children out of wedlock, we get children out of relationships now, because the prevailing thought is, shoot, a family is mother and children now, right? Again, men are expendable and dispensable, right? So men are really necessary, right? So, and then here in the Caribbean, especially we here in Barbados too, we got this thing that children don't suffer. Children don't suffer. I don't know if you've ever heard that, Neil. Those who in the chat might have heard it before. You got this thing that children don't suffer. So people think, well, your child it can take care of itself. Or sorry, somebody can take care of it. They're gonna eat. And by extension, a lot of times, the mother will eat. The mother will get through because of the children. So that's an approach that a lot of people take. So having a relationship or having a marriage and, you know, choosing correctly to start is not really that important, because at the end of the day, once I go to Australia and get some help.
Yeah, but
so there's an emphasis on choosing somebody that can help. You know what I mean? Yeah, Aston, the village will provide.
But my problem with that, the village will provide, right? Because at the end of the day, your child ain't got food, your child ain't got electricity, your child ain't got running water, your child ain't got healthcare. Your child's gonna grow up healthy, but he's also gonna grow up maladjusted. Your child is gonna grow up not understanding how to be a man. Your child is gonna grow up not understanding how to be a woman. Your child's gonna grow up with a level of resentment, or a level of entitlement, a level of anger, frustration, and then don't know what to...
Okay, hold tight, deal, Hoyt. All right, we would have seen our guy Brett in the chat before, right? Brett is G Syndicate's drummer. I just want to let everybody know he and his wife just had a bouncing baby boy. So yeah, so he says both mommy and baby are doing fine. So Brett is a daddy. Big respects. We talking about baby daddy. So this is fantastic
news, live breaking. I love this. I even know I even know one was in the oven. I didn't know he and the wife were expecting. Very good on your Brett. Good on your Brett.
He was in the chat. Only on Tuesday, right? So big respects to Brett, man. Happy for him. Happy for Dion as well. So yeah, it's good to see that we actually got something that, you know, done, I guess, you know, within the context of a relationship, considering what we're talking about right now.
Under the coverage of marriage too.
Yeah, big up Ramel Miller, under the coverage of marriage, right? So yeah, man, happy to just want to put that in there.
That's very good, very good. Congratulations to both Brett and his wife, and welcome to the world. You said it's a boy?
Yeah.
Their baby boy. So good on you. No. The point I was trying to make is that you could be healthy. The child can be healthy. Man, go work with your child. My son, shoot. If I were a dog and I decide not to look back at right? Not back at the mother, my child will survive. He can eat. He can got shelter. He can got an education. He will survive to adulthood too. But then what kind of man would he be? What would he understand? Would he understand what it's like to be a man? Right? Would he understand what it is like to be in relationships as a man? Work as a man? Function and move through this world as a man? That stable influence of a daddy. Don't even say father, a daddy. You understand what he's saying? knowing the masculine energy when it's jovial, knowing the masculine energy when it's authoritative, disciplinarian. You know what I mean? Like work ethic. So, to me, miss me with that, the child can be alright. In 2022, the child can live. Yeah, we live in a time where you can make it to however long you can live. We cure most of the diseases plaguing mankind. We got food out of the wazoo. It is not hard for a child to reach adulthood. But what about the adjustment, emotional, psychological aspect of it? Because then my son can be like, why my father don't talk to me? Why my father abandoned me? I literally have seen things like with my own two eyes where there's this one situation. I used to do some teaching for the ministry, as I remember in film.
Yeah.
And that was there in Sky Mall. I was in the food court. This is a few years ago. I was in the food court with some of my students. One of my students, we were there sitting down, and this man walked by with a woman, very well dressed man. He, looked like he was in corporate Barbados. And, he said, "Hey, how you doing?" And, the man stopped and said, "Hi." Now, in the exchange, you can tell it is awkward. It is it's like a man talking to a boy. And it's like, "So how you doing?" "Hey, good." And the man's like, "Yeah, good, man. Good. Anyhow, listen though, and he left. So then the student looked dejected. He kind of shoulders sunk and stuff like that. And we continued our conversation. But then for me, I was like, you good?" He said, "Yeah, man, I good. He said, "Oh, that man, like something happened there. Who's that man?" The man was like, "That's my father." So he's like, "When you say your father, you mean?" I say, "Yeah, that's my daddy. That's the man that gave the seed." And literally it was like, I don't know if how can I put this? This was like when you see somebody that you ain't see in a few years, that you've never been really close with, like, I remember you was at my school back when it was going to school. We never circles, never crossed.
And they're really in a different conversation. It's like, hey,
right, I remember you. Yeah.
We ain't got no memories
good
together.
To see you.
All right, cool.
And essentially that was that. And it was like, you good? Because I didn't know how to handle the situation, because obviously that is not my situation. You understand what I mean? I don't know how to relate to that, but you can tell it shook up the young man. And I was in disbelief that a man can have a child and not have any type of relationship with them. No, I don't know the man's story. I don't know why they don't have a relationship or whatever, because he did share some intimate things with me. But and he went to Queen's College. He's a bright young man. He's now into the creative arts. He's doing pretty well for himself. So by all metrics, he is a man. He make it true. He make it true. The man healthy. The man doing what he doing creatively. The man by all metrics has reached adulthood without the aid and constant supervision or guidance of his father. However,
and that might be the problem, Neil, because we do have people who get through, who make it, but and those people are generally glorified, right? And exalted and stuff like that. But the challenge is on the flip side now. What about the thousands others who don't make it, who are not so well adjusted, who just fall through the cracks in society? And given I teach in a public primary school, I can tell you how many fall through the cracks. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you. So it's hard to we look at the success stories, and we kind of we give those people their applause and stuff like that. But there are so many others who fall through the cracks. So many others who get lost in the system and stuff like that because they don't have the guidance necessary from both parents. Because the parents thought, mommy probably thought I could do it on my own, and daddy thought, this is just a piece of ass here. So for me, and I really wanted more connection other than that. And then nobody trying to, as you said, trying to work it to after the fact. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I completely agree. And I'm gonna let y'all know something. I'm not gonna call any names here. I'm not gonna put anybody's business on Front Street, but I know people who have grown up without a father, like quite literally, through whether it be death, through whether the father just was not in their lives. I talking about from the time that they were young infants, right?
Mhm.
The father was not present, had no father figure. And I can assure you that they are maladjusted. Shoot, my father was in my life most of my youth and most of my teenage years. My brother came along, but you know, he moved away, etc., etc. But the point is, I consider my brother and I have had conversations where we don't necessarily think that we're the most adjusted. And again,
Right.
my father whenever he could, he made the effort to, you know, let us travel, come see him, buy us stuff, and he tried to be present as much as he could. But of course, the man woman dynamic of my parents, it was difficult, it was challenging, it was what it was, right? So I can't imagine not having that from at least my brother and myself. We would have had our father. We went to the beach. My father, we would, you know, fly kites with my father, play cricket, listen to, me and my father, we grew up in the time of tents. So my father used to listen to the tents on the radio and record them. And, you know, I know about the history of certain calypso and stuff. So we have a bond, and my brother and my father have a bond too. So even though it was not picture perfect, even though there were pockets of time where we did not spend and have time with him, we still made enough to have memories. And to have a semblance of guidance to understand, okay, I understand. But I've seen men and women grow up without their fathers. Men and women, I've dated some of them, women, I've encountered some of the men, and when you have an interaction with them, yeah, on the surface they're well adjusted. But in a man woman thing, in certain dynamic and situations as adults, they do not function well. So I say all that to say, please stop first things first, men, stop dropping children indiscriminately, as Derek said. Please stop, hitting and quitting. You both little fun, but as it get a little serious, you done with that. No,
yeah, and that's the real crux of the matter, you know. That's the real crux of the matter. You ain't got baby mama drama if you ain't got a baby.
Oh my God.
It's not the reason.
Oh my God.
It's not the reason.
In that simplistic statement, that is so hard. That's so hard. You can have drama, but you ain't gonna have
not baby mama
drama, which is a different level of drama in my opinion. But so let me that's number one, man. Man, deal with your responsibilities, deal with your actions, think carefully before you do certain things. Women, same thing. Think heavily before you do certain things. And secondly, if a child does come along and it doesn't work out with the father, that ain't got nothing to do with the child. That has absolutely nothing to do with the children. You understand what I mean? The children here, the children are a thing. The father is making an effort. Let the man be a daddy to his children. Bottom line. You ain't gotta like the man. You could grit your teeth every time he come pick his children. But the point is, the beginning of your children, you're doing for your children. You might not like him as a man. You might say, see, he was a man. You just thinking, dog, you harm me up. You did whatever you did. Good, bad, and different. But the man taking care of his children. You understand? The man doing for your children. And they got some men out there, believe it or not, they got some men that are absolutely no good in relationships, but are terrific fathers. You understand me? They got some men that are good men and also terrific fathers. So let the men, and let me stop this rhetoric about how this can trigger me, but let me get into it. Let's stop this rhetoric of having this trope of black men does, dispose of the children or just leave the children or just walk away from the mother. Or, let me dead that, because at the end of the day, that happens, but that does not happen at the clip that you believe. Right? Many out here having children and simply deciding abandoning them, not taking care of them. Yeah, that ain't happening en masse. That ain't happening at a statistic where, it's a problem or epidemic in the black community. Black men want to be present for their children, even through whatever they're going through, even through the issues in the relationship that would have caused it to end or be cantankerous or challenging. So we have a generation, we have men want to be fathers, but no, it's a big issue. The thing, no, there you like paternity court, and the only time I watch paternity court is when you send it to me. I ain't like, but the ones that you do send to me are still very interesting, because you did send one to me recently, and the man found out. The man literally wanted to find out if this child was his.
Right.
This woman was sleeping with the entire workforce at her job, including the man. And the man said, listen, I don't know who is who, which is which, what is what. The woman confessed to sleeping. She confessed to sleeping with about 2 or 3 of them, including him. Right, 3 of them, including him. But they got this child. She's saying he is a father. He wants to know if it is his for sure. Young, beautiful baby. And all he is saying is, look, I just want to know if the child is mine so I could do for this child. Just let me understand, because I do it for the child now, and I got questions. And it don't feel good to know I raising another man child. So let me put that my soul at rest. And if it's my child, I can do for it. If it ain't my child, I out. And on the same paternity court, on many of those that you would have sent to me, they all are the same. Shoot, they got men. They got a man. My mother was watching 1 years ago, and she found the man had an 80-month-old daughter, found out the child in his. And the man still said, look, I can do for this child because I born with this child. This child is mine. This mom was there when she was pregnant, when the mother was pregnant, when the child born, and even when it was all this cantankerous foolishness. The child in his, and he's still, because the other man going on. The other man is not there.
That's what you obvious.
The man ain't there, so she does not have a father. And my mom saying, oh, well, it's messed up. I done with the mother, but I already settling here. I already make it in my mind. I taking care of this child. So there are good men out there. There are good fathers out there, and there are good daddies out there. It is not fair for you to decide to hold a man to ransom because of his children and weaponize these children for money because he got another woman, because he seems happy. That is not your place to do. Make peace with it. Go and seek therapy. And let a man be a father to each child. Let him be a daddy to his children. And stop the foolishness. Because you know what? And you know, it's so sad, right? We got all of these laws and rules and ways and means to lock up men for things, right? But how do you legalize, how do you legislate emotional damage? And I don't mean that to be funny. How do you legislate that? Because that woman there saw that talking about hair tune, bring money or you ain't seen the children. And that I know a man that happened to. You literally block and delete the man and say, send me an email when you send the money. When you send the money, you can get to talk to your child. Like, literally. Them women want locking up, though. Them women want putting in front of magistrate. I wish there was some, all of my lawyer friends out there, all the people that are watching that are legal minds, tell me if there is something that could be done about that. You as a father want to provide.
Not much.
You want to be there for your child. But the woman saying, here, tune. You either put money in, when it's like a, you know, you see I don't want to use the word, but you know, the illicit material deals that happen in movies.
Right.
When the money hit my account, you can get the product. If the money don't hit my account, you can get the product.
And the product.
So when I see that, I could check the app and see the money hit my account. I would then let you see my children. You're hustling. You're hustling the father of your child for money. So let me start that foolishness. Let me done that. And I see Rihanna here saying men hardly ever win a case against the woman. And that is, you know, I was thinking about something, you know, Derek. There's this narrative, and we say it all the time, kind of tongue in cheek, and sometimes we are serious about equality. We want there to be equality across the board. I personally don't believe there should be equality. I don't think that there should be equality in certain spaces and spectrums when it comes to the man-woman thing. Why? Because you are a woman, we are men. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Based on that, we cannot be equal. Shoot, look at the law courts. If a child involved, if a woman involved, a woman could dress up Me and Rihanna could be dating. And Rihanna could say, oh, you left me for another woman? I get in the court, put on my glasses, tie up my hair and put it in one, wear my best Sunday best, and I crying buckets and say that you put hands for me. I forget in prison. I'm forgotten in prison. You understand? And I ain't touched Rihanna yet. So the system itself is not equal to men nor women. Because I know a lot of people saying women are oppressed and subjugated and this and that and next. But when you really peel it back, women living per easy street in the West here. Easy street compared to men. We don't want equality. Because when we push for equality, no one is going to like that. If women were held to the same standard as men in the legal aspect, a lot of foolishness would get cut out. A lot of foolishness would get cut out. If you were brought in front of a magistrate for trying to railroad a man because of his children, you trying to sucker a man because of his children, women will cut that out.
Yep.
Women would not be crying rape. Women would not be crying, I say the word here, sorry YouTube. Wouldn't be crying abuse. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of things need to be cut out. We don't want an equal world. We don't. Because if we had an equal world, if we were really pushing toward an equal world, a lot of foolishness would get cut out. But we just want what benefit here we. We just want what can give you a leg up. That's all it is. So please don't come to this space saying that you want equality. Don't come to this space saying you want some semblance or level of a playing field. Don't say that women are oppressed and subjugated and men do this and that next. Because, as Asta said earlier, people ain't shit. Second, you want things to benefit you, women. You want things to benefit you. I say it every day. The prettier you are, the more entitled you feel. Shoot, pretty might not even come into it. But the prettier you are universally, you want what you want. And you will do and say anything to get it. Let's talk about the men and how much foolishness we do, right? And I admit, men just do some, oh my goodness. But they got things that women just do, right? That are so clandestine, that are so in the shadows and so intangible to prove that is bare junk. As I say, when a woman come in with a black eye, she got a black eye. Man do bare junk. You understand what I mean? Yep. But when a man coming into work, cause his wife crawled from sundown to sun up, and he only glad to go work to get away from she. He man glad to go work. He at work till 9 o'clock and thing doing work, but he want to go home. And I know a man that happening to right now. So don't come in here saying you want equality because you don't want equality, women. You do not. Because if you wanted equality, we wouldn't even have. Shoot, the day that we got equality, me and Derek can retire. And nothing else for we to do. What we got to talk about if they got equality? That men and women making proper and straightforward decisions for the betterment of a child. And the law systems working for that. But we got something to talk about, Derek. We ain't got nothing to talk about. We can here look at one of them crack jokes. So don't come in this space saying you want equality, women. Don't come in this space saying that y'all are oppressed, y'all are subjugated, and that the laws in the patriarchy favor men. Because that is so far from the truth. Because y'all use children to get at me and to get money. So that's me. That's my little rant.
That's all right. We had that kind of time anyway. We got some stuff we got to get done. We punch up from here, so you know.
Wait. I see Rihanna here, come in here. So, many women use their body and looks to their advantage. That's no secret. Even to get over parking ticket. I try that. I try with the officer as best as I can. Right, good. I want to say this before we go real quick.
Lord have mercy.
Real quick. The prettier women are, the more them just feel entitled to get away with things. I ain't gonna talk the things now, but I am experiencing that. I see it. daily recently.
It's pretty privileged, man.
Right? Where project I working on, woman that real good. She's speaking and demanding as she like. And I question, I even asked her, you know, what's the reason for being so aggressive? You'll be further in life if you was just hey, you'll be cool. You single, ain't got no children.
Why did you be further in life?
You be further in life. Everything is a debate. Everything is a counter argument. Everything is a combat. To the point now when I shoot, even if I pass in her, I know I can be something. You know what I mean? It will look real good. But who you feel the height picking that up? Hell no. I ain't got the space for that. It's just like the prettier women get, and I know women can say, but the better looking man to get, he can do this and do that and this. Hell no. It's facts. But yeah, the more attractive a man looks, he may or may not, but he can't rig the system. He can't be demanding. He can't. You think a good looking man could go to a police officer and say, yeah, you know, a speeding officer, but you let this one slide? The officer look at him and say, yeah.
You gonna know that man.
You gonna know that man, because then he like, you trying to bribe an officer too? But come, hold these charges. So don't come in this space saying that y'all really want equality, because y'all can't handle that world. Can't handle it.
So yeah, folks, I need to say, you know, don't weaponize the children. Let the men see the children. You know what I mean? They ain't asked to be here, so let the men deal with them. And gents, make some better decisions so you're in these problems. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. As usual, it's been great. It's been awesome. Look up for a short coming tomorrow. Yeah. Hit the notification bell, like, share, comment, subscribe. Make sure you don't miss any stuff we got coming for you guys. We're going to be here again next week. I think we coming again 9 o'clock next week, right, Neil?
Yeah, I believe so. To be on the safe side, like we said, 9 o'clock.
So we'll be here at 9 o'clock next week again. Before we punch out, we got some videos to show you guys. So let's see if we can get into those.
Which one you want first?
Let me see what we got here.
You send me a few, man.
Yeah, I realized I did. So let me get this one first and keeping with the theme of you know, a man not being able to see children and stuff like that. So let's get that one first.
All right, let me get that one there for you. I think this one. Yeah. All right. So
that's how we watch this.
That is on screen now. Wait. Oh no. Oh wait. Sorry. No, that's my fault. All right. Right. We on screen now.
All right. So that's how we watch.
When you give me my baby, you can go. I am grown. Don't touch my car, man. Don't touch my car. Oh, stop.
Now you're touching and yelling.
You still got it on camera? All right. Now, she don't want to give me my baby. I drove up here for 2 hours, and she don't want to give me my child.
There's no car seat in
Yes,
there.
it is a car seat in there, man. Car seat right there. No. Give me my baby so I can go. You don't need to be in my car. It's a car seat in there.
No, yelling.
I'm not yelling. I want you to give me my child so I can go home. I'm not screaming, but I just want my child so I can go home. But get in the car.
Put her in.
No, she did not. Come on, man. I ain't got time to be playing with you. Well, I'm trying to go home.
It's not a game. It's
Well,
not
give me my baby so I can leave.
All right. Now you're making her upset.
All right, you got all this on camera? We will be.
Yo, make better decisions, man. Make better decisions. Make better decisions. Yeah, you hit me with the next one, my brother. I see it here. Yeah, I see it here. Let me see which one is that. That one is. See if is it.
You gotta love how she tried to make the people believe that the child was scared and freaking out because of the father and stuff like that, right?
But I don't understand. Anyhow, yeah. The next one here. saw this one already, by the way.
Tengo acá a una persona, es mi abogado.
Hook. This game is gonna be on the hook for some just have a read of the same titles, folks, so that see how the story unfolds.
Ya. Acá tengo, miren, la prueba de embarazo. Ustedes saben que voy a ser papá, pero saben que se olvidaron de un pequeño detalle, mi amor. Acá tengo las pruebas de que no son 4 meses, sino 6 meses de gestación. Hija, ¿qué es esto de que está hablando tu esposo? Explícame, por favor. Tranquila, Soro, tranquila, mi amor. Quiero aclarar un pequeño detalle.
Angie, déjalo que termine de hablar mi hermano, por favor.
Salgamos y hablemos abogado, continuemos. Acá tengo
salgamos y
todo
hablemos
lo que
afuera,
es
por
la
favor.
casa, el documento, que otra vez está acá a nombre mío, pero ¿cuál es el argumento que yo tengo? Acá está la prueba.
Salgamos afuera,
Suegro, por favor.
Miguel.
Un video hablando de los 3 años de engaño que tuve yo.
Hablemos,
Sí,
hablemos
ya.
afuera, por favor.
Hija, ¿de qué está hablando tu esposo?
Ese
video que no es mío, sino...
Le dije que no lo hagas así.
¿Qué? ¿Está aquí? Mi amigo. Con este desgraciado. Vas a ir a la casa a visitar a mi hija.
Where's my comedy receipts?
¿Qué? Ahí se lo dejo. ¿Qué? ¿Contigo, Carlos? ¿Qué? Tranquilo,
Anyhow, if it can get more violent, let me cut that if it can get more violent, because you know YouTube don't like that.
So we cut that.
We cut that out. But you get the gist.
Yeah, but this guy was able to kind of cut off that situation before it got any worse than what it could have been.
Yeah, and then now you have there's
this
a
screenshot
shot.
here. So.
Yeah, let me get your screenshot here for you, my brother. And here we go.
Yeah, and it says sometimes a perfect family is just a mom and her kid/kids. The mama is a big stepper. Yeah. That's how it goes today, guys. That's how people look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, folks. It's been great. It's been grand. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Look out for a short coming tomorrow. We're going to be here next week at 9 again. Yeah, hit the notification bell to ensure that you don't miss any of the content we got coming for you. And again, let's see if we can get 300 subscribers by the end of the week. We are already at Thursday. We are 297, 298. So that's 3 people. Bring 3 people and let me see if we can get this thing cranking. Please remember, folks, we don't make up the rules. We just make sure you know what they are. You can ignore reality all you want, but you cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. So when you go and you deal with a chick that you really ain't already dealing with and she get pregnant, then you got to deal with that. You know what I mean? Right? So be the best version of you for you. We can see you guys again soon. Stay safe out there. Remember.
Contaminated environment. And the two tools about that.
See you later.
Peace and love.